It's 9 degrees. I asked a local, I said, so is South Dakota kind of like Colorado where, I don't know, it's 27 degrees and then the next day it's like 58 and you can wear shorts and a jacket and feel great because the sun is out and it's wonderful? They're like, no. It gets cold and then it stays cold. I was like, okay, all right. So this is the coldest place I have ever lived, bar none. I was supposed to go to Siberia actually when I was 18, and I actually was excited about it, and it was canceled. I feel like I'm close to Siberia at this point. The high today was 17, and then the wind kicked up for about 2 hours. I don't know what the wind chill was, but I was thinking it was maybe negative 20. Yeah, it was pretty cold. Negative 10. So I woke up and lo and behold, my toilet wouldn't flush. So my pipes froze in my bathroom. They didn't bust. I don't know why, but they didn't. And so now we're trickling. So I had to buy another furnace to put a heater underneath the trailer. The little one I had was not enough. And then that heater tripped my electricity off because it was not enough power. I didn't have enough power. So I had to go in on the hookup where I hooked my trailer, and there's 30 amp hookup, and that's for my trailer. Then I have a little 110 plug, and those two are for heating tape, for the tape that heats my pipes and keeps them from not freezing. And then there's a 50 amp, a huge 50 amp plug, which I don't use because I have a 30 amp trailer. Well, I had to go and search for it. It's the wrong season, and, supply chains and all. I can't get what I need. So I had to find a male 50 amp hookup to go to a female 30 amp that converted into a 110 and spliced into 2 plugs. So $100 or $140 later, I found all of those conversions, but it took me from 9:50 in the morning till like 3 o'clock to find all of those items. And then I realized I didn't know that the exhaust for my refrigerator was getting too much cold air, which meant it could bust my refrigerator. So I had to tape that up with Reflectix, the insulation stuff. And of course, since it's, colder than a witch digger's brass monkey, duct tape or nothing's going to hold in this kind of weather. So I had to bring this can in and warm it up. And this is actually liquid spray glue. And I shook that up, and then I'd spray it on the Reflectix, this stuff, and then run outside while it was warm. And then it's above my head, so I had to kind of throw it up there. And then I took a extended truck scraper and I was pushing it on there so it'd stick. So it stuck. And I did that, and I tried to zip tie. Some of the tubing on my hose started coming off because it's foam that goes around the wire and then seals with a little glue. Well, the glue came apart, and cold air was getting in there and could freeze my pipes, my hose. So I started zip tying it, and it was too cold for the zip ties, so they would just shatter. So I'd pull it tight, and it would just shatter. And it kept doing that. I was like, ah! So I'm like losing my mind. So I got a new 50 amp hookup, new heater. Actually, I bought 2 heaters, one for inside, because I can only run one little heater. If I run 2 little heaters, it'll trip my it's too much electricity. It'll trip my camper heat or electricity. So I got 2 heaters, all those inverters and converters and hookups and 50 amps and whatever, and did all this winterizing, and my water is on. It's trickling. So it's on. It's fixed. And then I got this. So this is an inside-outside thermostat, or thermometer. So I tied the sensor right by the toilet in the back under the camper. So it's dangling, hidden in the corner by the toilet where it would be cold. And then I put a furnace pointing that way towards that area to heat the bathroom. And then I have a furnace pointing this way to heat the bottom of the trailer on this side. And both of them are trippable, which means they have a little button on the bottom. And if they don't sit flat, they won't push in and the heater won't work. So there's gravel under there, so the heaters wouldn't work. So all I had was a cutting board and a piece of wood. So I got those 2, put them under there. And my heaters are set up on those. And then Daisy, she's worn this boot before for her little broken foot, but today, like, her feet were freezing outside. She was holding one up, like they were getting too cold. So I put these on her, size large, and she will not step on her right rear. Will not. I thought, are your nails too long? Is it too tight? Like, I tried everything. She has a limp on that foot. I don't know what it is. She will not use that foot. So we went for like a walk for 1/10 of the mile, and she just held that foot the whole time. So I don't know what's wrong with her, but I don't have the money to deal with her right now. So we got those going. We got a thermometer going. And outside under my trailer right now, it is 59 degrees. And the inside is 64. So, when I first came in here, before I turned my diesel on, it was literally warmer underneath the trailer than it was inside. And the floor feels warm now. It's like, it's one of those bathrooms, in a nice hotel where they have heated floor in the bathroom, but my whole floor is heated now. It is lovely. It is so lovely. So I'm loving that. This is the crazy update. So I'm glad I had set aside $500 for when it got cold for something like this to happen. And it happened, of course. So I was eating that money away today and got another diesel tank to try to fill it up. It was like over $5 for a gallon. So I'm like, dadgummit! So anyway, I'm tired. I called in because I have been up all day. And that's my life, man. I'll be getting in the shower, taking a hot shower, snuggling into bed, and I'm off for 6 days in a row. So I'll probably pick up a day or two to kind of get ahead financially. I'm going to try. My goal is to pick up one shift, at least one shift every month, but maybe more. So since this is a long stint on the end, the back end of it, right before I do my 3 in a row, I might add one day, do 4 in a row after I've had 5 off in a row, or 6, concluding today, which I worked all day. But anyway, that's just rambling on. That's what's happening with me. I'm happy to be alive and happy that I have water, and grateful for the challenge because it keeps me going and keeps me going back to the Lord and asking God why. It's good. It's good for the soul. I'll talk to y'all later.